Today we will start our next lecture, next chapter, fundamental rights and directive principles. Before going to start second chapter, I'll just tell you, in the first chapter we will learn the basic definition, the basic functions, and the meaning of the constitution, and why the constitution is needed. The same point, the need of constitution, we will learn in this chapter, fundamental rights. The point is the fundamental rights. What is these fundamental rights? Why it is needed, and what we considered. These are the rights. These are the fundamental rights. These are the principles which are given by our Indian Constitution. Here, today we will start with our lecture outline. Today's first point is fundamental right. There are total 6 fundamental right now in our constitution. Before to this, 7 fundamental rights are in our constitution. One fundamental right to property, is repealed from our constitution in 1978 by 44th amendment. So we'll just look 6 fundamental rights. Then characteristics of the fundamental rights, or we can say important features, or why it is necessary of this fundamental right. Then today's lecture outcomes are: first, as an engineering student or as an Indian, we know the fundamental rights. Which are the fundamental rights list in our Indian Constitution? What are that? What they gives us? What are the limitations on the fundamental rights? Which are the rights for the which persons? As an individual, what are the fundamental rights to us? As a government people, what are the fundamental right gives us as a citizen or as a government people by our Indian Constitution? Then our second outcome is we need to learn the important features of the fundamental right. What are the important features? Why it is necessary? What are its characteristics? Also, that point we are going to learn today. Before going to start to the fundamental rights, I'll just give a brief structure about our Indian Constitution. Our Indian Constitution is divided in 12 parts, 12 schedules, already I discussed with you, and 25 parts. In that 25 parts, these fundamental rights are listed in part number 3. The first part is related to the union, the second is related to the citizen, and the third is related to the fundamental rights. These fundamental rights are started from article 12 to 35, article number 12 to article number 35. Now, this third part is wholly gives us idea about fundamental rights. Now, see here, what are the fundamental rights used by our constitution to us? The first right is right to equality. Here, this first right, the equality right, this gives all the citizens of India are equal in front of the law. No one is above to the law. No one is repealed from this law. Everybody has to follow the laws which are given by our constitution. Then the second right is related to the freedom, right to freedom. Already we know we have the right to speech, we have the right to go in other state, go in another places which are in our country. There is no any restriction to go in another state or in different places, we can say. Then our third right is the right against exploitation. Right against exploitation. Exploitation, in another sense, we can say this right is related to the child labor. We already know the right to the exploitation, right against exploitation, which gives right to child below 14 years. He did not to work as a labor in any industry or any trades. Then fourth right is right to freedom of religion. We all people has to choose the religion as per our need or as per our interest. There is no any fixed constraint given by our constitution. As we I'll tell you one example. In our country, various types of religions are there in exist. Still, India is known as a Hindu country, right? But there is not any constraint given by our Indian constitution that all the citizen of our country, they has to choose Hindu religion. Okay, this is the right which is given by our constitution, the right to freedom of religion. Every citizen can choose the religion as per his interest. Then the next right, cultural and educational rights. This right gives us to celebrate Utsavs and Sons, means Ganeshotsav. Now Ganeshotsav is in next week. This our constitution gives us right to celebrate Utsavs as per our interest. Then the next right, right to constitutional remedies. This sixth right, it is the overall conclusion or overall the abstract of all these five rights. Means if any one of the right, if any one person gives some injustice of that right in any amendments did in that right, that all that amendments are considered in this sixth right, right to constitutional remedies. It means we can say the overall abstract or overall the conclusion of that five rights are amended in that sixth right. Now, already I told you these are the sixth right which is given us by our constitution. The first right, right to equality, which is listed in constitution article 14 to article 18, article 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then the next right, right to freedom, which is listed in 19, 20, 21 and 22. Third, right against exploitation, it is listed in 23 and 24, article number 23 and 24. Then freedom of religion listed in 25, 26, 27, 28. And the next right, cultural and educational right, listed in 29 and 30. And I have told you regarding this, right to property. This right, right to property, article number 31, which is repealed from our constitution in 44th amendment, which did in 1978. And the last right is right to constitutional remedies. This is overall conclusion of all the fundamental rights. What are the amendments did in above five that are listed in this sixth right, right to constitutional remedies. Okay, but before going to start this lecture, I tell you the part number 3, which consists of article number 12 to 35. But here the fundamental rights are started from 14 and ended at 32. Then what about the remaining articles? Article number 12 and 13, before to right to equality, these two articles, and at the ended the article number 33, 34 and 35. What are these articles? Why, if it is not considered in these fundamental rights, then what about this? What they gives us? Then I'll tell you the article number 12 and 13, which is the very first law, is given to us by our constitution. In that, in article number 12, it is considered as the union, means these fundamental rights are to whom people are governed. Means I'll tell you one example. The president and the governor of India, they are exceptional from some, in some rights they're exceptional persons. Only president and governor are the exceptional persons from this, but they are not fully exceptional. But I'll tell you one example. When president or any governor, he or she is on duty, or she is on a term of 5 years as a governor or as a president, then as per our law, if he did any injustice or if he did any crime, still he is our servants, government servants or the police force or any justice cannot arrest them, as to follow our Indian constitution, because when he is on the term, we are not going to arrest them. When he come back as a general citizen, when he is off the duty as a president or governor, then and then we can raise claim, and after the result, then and then Indian government or the force, he that they can arrest that people. Okay, now features of fundamental rights. The fundamental rights, the first feature of the fundamental right is to protect the right. When we are protect the right, means the first 3 fundamental rights are right to equality, right to freedom, and right against exploitation. When these are protected, when we have to give some extra protection to every citizen, when we give some extra binding principles to every citizen, then and then that laws or that rights can be protected. This is the first feature, first important feature. Okay, then the next, the second feature is the essential of the growth of individual. Okay, after considering these fundamental rights, equality, freedom, right against exploitation, cultural and educational right, now this point, essential of the growth of the individual, when this growth can be improved, that can be improved by giving some educational rights, some cultural rights, some religious rights, okay, some freedom rights. So when if you give some rights or the some extra adhikar, then and then these fundamental rights can be grown, and that the development in that citizen can be improved. Then the third feature is the established government of a law. These fundamental rights are given some duties to government people also, but that government people cannot avoid that laws. Every people, as it is a government people or it is a general citizen, he may be poor or he may be rich, but every citizen is same in front of the law. Okay. Then fourth feature is give self-confidence to the people. If any constitution, when any constitution gives self-confidence to people, when they thought, the people of that country thought, we are enforced by one rules and regulations, and if we all are same or equally treated by that rules and regulation, then the self confidence is improved in citizen. Now tell me, as you are the student of RIT, you are binding with some rules and regulations of RIT. You want it's my opinion, most of the students want RIT has to remove 75% attendance clause from our rules and regulation, right? But now, is you have right to change this, or you have any right to amend this law? Is it? My question is clear to you? You all students are enforced in RIT as per the law of 75%, minimum 75% attendance. All are you all are struggled with 75% attendance. Can our rules and regulation or RIT management gives you some extra powers to amend this law and make it 50, make it 60, or make it 100? Is it there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
My question is clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
ओके. काय तुमचं काय मत आहे? 75% RIT न बंधनकारक केलंय आणि ते आम्हाला नकोस आहे. होय? अरे व्हिडिओ लावून काय ऑफ झाला काय बाहेर? हॅलो?
Yes, sir.
अरे काय व्हिडिओ जस्ट लावून काय ऑफ झालात काय? क्वेश्चन्स काय विचारलाय? काय विचारलं रे आता?
75% अटेंडन्स नसल्यावर तुमचं काय नको असेल तर तुमचं काय मत आहे?
हा, मग आपण हा तुम्हाला राईट आपल्या RITच्या रूल्स रेग्युलेशन मध्ये आहे का की तो अमेंड करण्याचा, जसं आपल्याला आता फंडामेंटल राईट्स देत आहेत की नाही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन राईट तुमचे अमेंडमेंट करण्यासाठी, तसं RIT मध्ये काही राईट आहे का रूल्स रेग्युलेशनला?
नाही.
बरं, जसं आता तुमचा राईट काय असेल, आता एक RIT स्टुडंट्स म्हणून तुम्हाला पण काहीतरी फंडामेंटल राईट्स दिले गेले पाहिजेत, बरोबर? हॅलो?
आम्ही त्यांना विनवणी करू शकतो किंवा विनंती करू शकतो की यामुळे आम्हाला काही अडचण होत आहे, सो तुम्ही त्याच्यावर बदल केला या गोष्टीवर तर विद्यार्थ्यांना फायदा होईल, अशी आम्ही त्यांना विनंती किंवा ऍप्लिकेशन करू शकतो.
बरं, याची प्रोसेस काय असते?
स्टुडंट युनियन किंवा स्टुडंट असोसिएशनच्या वतीने केलं पाहिजे ते.
राईट, करेक्ट. तर ज्या वेळेला हे तुम्हाला एखादा कुठला रूल्स रेग्युलेशन्स जे RIT मॅनेजमेंट ठरवेल, तर जसं आपले हे फंडामेंटल राईट्स आहेत तसे तुमचे फंडामेंटल राईट्स काय आहेत माहिती आहेत का तुम्हाला RIT? माहिती आहेत का?
नाही सर.
तुमचा फर्स्ट फंडामेंटल राईट काय आहे माहितीये? जो इतर एक्झाम रिलेटेड नसतो. हा काय?
To attend all lectures.
अटेंड ऑल लेक्चर्स. तुमचा फर्स्ट फंडामेंटल राईट आहे RITच्या रूल्स रेग्युलेशन्स मध्ये की तुम्ही तुमचा जो काय पेपर सॉल्व्ह करताय ऍज अ स्टुडंट, तुम्ही जो पेपर सॉल्व्ह केलाय त्याच्या करेक्शन संदर्भात तुम्हाला राईट आहे की तुम्ही तुमचा पेपर बघू शकता, प्रत्येक जण. हा फर्स्ट फंडामेंटल राईट आहे RIT मॅनेजमेंट मध्ये ऍज अ RIT स्टुडंट. सेकंड राईट तुमचा आहे, तुम्ही तुमच्या इम्पॉर्टंट ज्या काही जबाबदाऱ्या असतील, समजा आता तुम्ही एक स्टुडंट आहे आणि तुम्ही एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन आहात, तर तो तुमचा सेकंड राईट आहे की तुम्ही तुमच्या स्पोर्ट्स राईट्स संदर्भात तुमच्या ज्या काही रिक्वेस्ट असतील स्पोर्ट्स किंवा कल्चरल, तर त्याची विनवणी मागणी करून तुम्ही ते तुम्हाला जे की किती इम्पॉर्टंट आहे ते तुम्ही घेऊ शकता. समजा तुमच्यापैकी काही जण गिटार वादक असतील आणि समजा गिटार जर आपल्या कॉलेजमध्ये अवेलेबल नसेल, तर तो पर्सन त्याला राईट आहे कॉलेजमध्ये डिमांड करण्याचा आणि त्या डिमांडवर कॉलेजने त्याच्यावर विचार करून ते तुम्हाला पुरवण्याचा. It is second right. What you want to learn as an engineer, that equipment or that setup, lab setup, you can ask to your management. This is your second fundamental right. Okay. Now we move forward with the last feature of fundamental right. They impose negative obligations on the government not to encourage or individual liberty. These fundamental rights, the main feature of this fundamental right is not to obligate any individual's liberty. When these fundamental rights are given to you all citizen, you all, then no one's liberty, no one individual's liberty cannot be minimized. Okay, everyone has justice with all. Now we will see one video. Now we will see one video which gives basic idea of this fundamental right. I will show that video. Now just tell me the voice, the audio from that video is audible to you or not. Is this video is audible to you?
No, sir.
Some universally recognized rights that are seen as fundamental, which is also provided in the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Fundamental rights across the globe. The other rights of the citizens across the globe varies based on country to country. It is evident that more or less they follow the same type of rights. The following are the key rights declared in UN Charter. They are right to self-determination, right to liberty, right to due process of law, right to freedom of movement, right to freedom of thought, right to freedom of religion, right to freedom of expression, right to peaceful assembly, right to freedom of association. India has adopted many countries' constitutions to frame their version of fundamental rights. The major influencing or contributing countries were United States of America, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. We have given the full list in the description, please check that out. So what are the major rights of the Indian citizens? The individual fundamental rights of the Indian citizens include the following: equality before the law, freedom of religion, freedom of association and peaceful assembly, freedom of speech and expression, right to constitutional remedies for the protection of civil rights. Can the rights of the citizens be amended in this constitution? Some fundamental rights apply for persons of any nationality, whereas others are available only to the citizens of India. The Supreme Court has ruled that all provisions of the Constitution, including fundamental rights, can be amended. However, the Parliament cannot alter the basic structure of the Constitution. Fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution. The fundamental rights are defined as the basic human freedoms that every Indian citizen has the right to enjoy for a proper and harmonious development of personality. These rights universally apply to all citizens, irrespective of race, place of birth, religion, caste, or gender. The other rights conferred by the Constitution, other than fundamental rights, are equally valid, and their enforcement in case of violation shall be secured from the judiciary in a time-consuming legal process. However, in case of fundamental rights violation, Supreme Court of India can be approached directly for ultimate justice as per Article 32. There are 7 fundamental rights enshrined in our Constitution. They are: 1. Right to equality. A right to equality is an important and meaningful right provided in Articles 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 of the Constitution. It is the principal foundation of all other rights and liberties and guarantees the following: equality before law, prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth, equality of opportunities in matters of public employment, abolition of untouchability, abolition of titles. 2. Right to freedom. The Constitution of India contains the right to freedom given in Articles 19, 20, 21, 21A, and with the view of guaranteeing individual rights that were considered vital by the framers of the Constitution. It is a cluster of 4 main laws. 1. Article 19. Rights to freedom of speech and expression. Assemble peacefully and without arms, form associations or unions, move freely throughout the territory of India, and practice any profession or to carry any occupation, trade, or business. Article 20. Protection in respect of conviction for offences. Article 21. Protection of life and personal liberty, right to education, right to health, right to environment, right to shelter, right to privacy, right to speedy trial, right of the prisoners, right to legal aid, right against cruel and unusual punishment, right not to be subjected to bonded labor, right to travel abroad, right against solitary confinement. Article 21A, regarding obligation of the state to provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age 6 to 14. Article 22, regarding protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. Right to information. Right to information has given the state as a fundamental right under Article 19(1) of the Constitution in 2005. Article 19(1), under which every citizen has freedom of speech and expression and have the right to know how the government works, what role does it play, what are its functions, and so on. Right against exploitation. The right against exploitation given in Articles 23 and 24 provides two provisions. Article 23, prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. Article 24, prohibition of employment of children in factories. An exception is made in employment without payment for compulsory services for public purposes. Compulsory military conscription is covered by this provision. 4. Right to freedom of religion. Right to freedom of religion covered in Articles 25, 26, 27, and 28 provides religious freedom to all citizens of India. The objective of this right is to sustain the principle of secularism in India, freedom of conscience and free profession, practice and propagation of religion. Article 26, freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27 provides freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any particular religion. Article 28 provides freedom as to attendance at religious instructions or religious worship in certain educational institutions. 5. Cultural and educational rights. As India is a country of many languages, religions, and cultures, the Constitution provides special measures in Article 29 and 30 to protect the rights of the minorities. Article 29 provides protection of language, script, and culture of minorities. Article 30 provides rights of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions. Number 6. Right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies, which is provided in Article 32 to 35, empowers the citizens to move a code of law in case of any denial of the fundamental rights. Article 32 provides right to move to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of fundamental rights, including the writs of habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari, and quo warranto. Understanding the nature of fundamental rights. First of all, it is important to understand the nature of fundamental rights and why are they implemented. The state, keeping in view of any security concern, can limit the freedom enjoyed by its citizens. Basically, the fundamental rights together is a weapon in the hands of the citizens to protect themselves from any abuse of power by the state. These rights act as a check on the powers of the government. The idea of the fundamental rights is central to the idea of liberal democracy. For example, the Supreme Court stated that transgenders should be included in the 2011 census as others and not as either male or female. The court recognized the right of an individual to life as the right to be recognized by the state also. So what makes fundamental rights different from other rights? The difference between these rights is the manner in which they are enforced. If a citizen is deprived his ordinary legal rights such as the right to work, he can approach the courts for restoring the same. But he should approach the lower courts first, like the district court, and then move to the high court, and then finally move to the Supreme Court. The government can also be forced to pay compensation to the injured party by the courts in case of violation of ordinary legal rights. However, if a fundamental rights of the citizen is violated, the normal judicial machinery can be bypassed and the Supreme Court can be directly approached. This is where fundamental rights are different from other rights. The Supreme Court is bound by the Constitution of India to restore fundamental rights. They are the guarantors of the fundamental rights as per Article 32 of the Constitution. With this, we have come to the end of the session on fundamental rights that the Indian Constitution provided to the Indian citizens as well as nationals across the globe. We hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe to the Exam Bin channel to get regular videos like this. Thank you.
Now we listen that audio. from that audio and from that video clip, we know the first fundamental right is right to equality. In that again 5 sub articles related to the first article number 14. It is equality before the law. Every person is, every citizen of our country who is the first before the law, whose fundamental rights has to be maintained. No one is our constitution guarantees that fundamental law to that person before to our law. Okay. Then the second article number 15, is prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Now here I'll tell you, everyone's religion, race, caste, sex, and place of birth has to be maintained. Not anyone can be prohibited his terms, his communities. Now here I'll tell you, religion, dharm, race means vansh, then caste, sex, and place of birth means his citizenship. Okay. Then the next third article, it is equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. Right to equality gives us equality in government employment and recruitment process, admission process. Then article number 17 gives the right for the some communities regarding abolishing of untouchability, which point or which cases did in British term before the 1947. Most of the cases are did like this. Still in some villages, these type of cases are did. I want your opinion regarding this. Now just tell me, here I mention 4 points and I want your suggestions regarding this. You just give me yes or no. Till now, in some homes, separate utensils are kept to be used by people of certain communities. Now give me your opinion regarding this. Are you felt? Is it happen till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. For this purpose, I want this type of your opinions. This is not anonymous opinions. I want this is just for when we have right to equality, when we have right abolition of untouchability, still it is did in some villages. It might not be in cities, but it is did in some villages. Then the second point is, while filling water from public source, some people objects if the first one person's pots or the vessel which touches to the another person's pots or vessels, means who is from the Dalit caste, his utensils or his pots, if it touches to the another person's pots, then he objects about that. Why you touch my utensils or why you touch me? Is it happen?
No, sir. In my village.
Okay. Okay. I'm not talking about one's regarding individual. I want your suggestions in general. Have you seen or have you felt this is did in some villages right now?
No, sir.
Okay. Then
No.
second, okay. Then third point is related to this right to equality. Till now, in some villages, particular communities cannot organize his Bharat. Bharat means we can say Varat. Varat after the marriage of his son or his daughter. Then Bharat procession through the main street of the village, from the main temple of the village. That some particular communities cannot process via that main street. Is it happen now?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
It means it is now in favor with that communities. Now it is not happen. Okay. Then my fourth question, it is related to, if you want to rent a house in a village, then the first point that house owner asks you, what is your caste and what is your religion? Have you felt regarding this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It means till as our constitution gives a right to equality, right to freedom, but still in some of the part of our country, in some of the part, I can say, till it is not completely violates all that right to fundamental rights of equality. Okay. So it's our duty as a citizen. There may be, okay. Now it's our duty to make it equal in all grounds, make it equal in all contents. Okay. Regarding these 4 points, I exported a quiz or the poll in your MS Team app. You can share your opinion via that poll. That poll is available up to 3 p.m. today. You can share. This is for our understanding. From that, our understanding, we can give our next point, right? Another fundamental rights as per that your poll. If it is same happen in our country, then we need to think about it and what are the remedies or what are the corrections or we need to take, what are the steps we need to take in future. Okay. Then I'll go back to our PPT. Okay. Then next is right to freedom. Sorry, the question. Again, my one question to specific. Have you log in with your mobile app or have you log in with your desktop?
Desktop, sir.
Okay. Here I will raise one question, and this question, the answer of that question will give me by the person which names will appear here. Okay. Now here I am starting my willdecide.com. This is one type of activity. Do you know this activity? Will decide.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Today we will take that activity. The link which is given in that PPT. If you click on that link, then you can directly redirect to that. Okay.
Sir, please copy in chat box.
Okay. I'll copy it in chat box. right? Now I share my screen here. Here on my screen, this wheel is there. Already I created RIT Auto TYB Tech group. And from this group, this wheel is appearing on my screen. When I'm clicking on this screen, one name out of you 80 students will come here. That person needs to give answer to my or gives opinion about my question. Now the name is Takle Chetan. He need to give opinion about this question. And the question is, some communities are never provided the places to live within that village, but always kept them outside of that village. Is it happen in village in India still? Takle Chetan. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you need to give your opinion about this. The question which is visible on your screen, that some communities are never provided a place to live within the village, but that communities are kept outside of that village always. Are you felt the same thing? Have you experienced about this? Your voice is not clearly audible.
Yes, sir. In
Yes.
constitution, people where they want to live, they can by
You
our
can say,
constitution.
you can say in Marathi. Hello.
सर आपल्या म्हणजे हॅलो हॅलो
हा बोल बोल.
हॅलो
हा बोल बोल, ऐकायला येतंय चेतन.
हा सर, राज्यघटनेनुसार आपल्याला आपल्या देशामध्ये कोणत्याही ठिकाणी आपण जागा घेऊ शकतो, तिथं राहू शकतो.
नाही, माझा क्वेश्चन काय तुला सांगतो. काही कम्युनिटीज असतात की ज्यांना कायम गावाच्या बाहेर राहायला दिलं जातं, गावात नाही. तर ह्या मताशी तू सहमत आहेस का?
सर असं नाही असं मला वाटतंय.
बर, असं आणखी कोणाला, ठीक आहे, चेतन टकले शिवाय आणखी कोणाला असं वाटत? हा,
किंवा सर म्हणजे असं जे आदिवासी भागातील लोकांना म्हणजे त्यांच्या एरियामध्येच राहायला लागतं आणि त्यांच्यासाठी वेगळा रूल वगैरे असतोय. जसं की कोणत्या तरी बेटावर सर तिकडं आपण जाऊ शकत नाही आणि म्हणजे तिकडं आपला काही रूल लागू वगैरे होत नाही.
ठीक आहे, त्याच्याबद्दल मी तुम्हाला नंतर सांगेन. सेम,
पण ते आपल्या भारत अंडरच येतंय.
सांगतो. मिझोराम, आसाम याच्यासाठी आपल्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मध्ये सेपरेट रूल्स आहेत. त्याच प्रकारे हे तुझे जे आता आहे की काही ट्राईब्स असतात काय की ज्यांना सेपरेटली ते राहू शकतात आणि त्यांच्यासाठी वेगळे रूल्स आहेत. तर नाही, माझा क्वेश्चन होता दुसरा आहे. काही कम्युनिटीज आहेत की ज्या वेगवेगळ्या, मी सगळ्यांसाठी ओपन करतो हा क्वेश्चन. काही कम्युनिटीज अशा असतात की ज्यांना गावामध्ये राहून दिलं जात नाही, गावाच्या बाहेर त्यांना राहण्यासाठी जागा दिली जाते. तर या मताशी तुम्ही सहमत आहात का? हॅलो
हॅलो सर.
हा बोला.
हा, प्रतीक पाटील सर.
हा, ठीक आहे, बोला.
सर मी ह्या मताशी सर सहमत आहे. म्हणजे आपण आता पण जर आपल्या विलेज सिस्टीम मध्ये बघितलं तर काही स्पेसिफिक अशी कम्युनिटी असते की त्यांना ते गावाच्या बाहेर वगैरे राहतात. मग ते सर कशामुळे झालंय तर आपल्या समाजात जाती व्यवस्था आहे आणि प्रत्येक जातीची
बरं.
कामं वाटून दिलेली असायची पूर्वीच्या काळात. पण आता इकॉनॉमिकल ग्रोथ आणि आपण वेस्टर्न कल्चर अडॉप्ट करायला लागलोय. त्यामुळे आधुनिक विचार होत आहेत आपले. मग आपण या जाती व्यवस्थेतून हळूहळू बाहेर पडायला लागलोय. तर
बरोबर.
आता ते प्रमाण
नाही
जरी
मला
कमी
आता
असलं तरी पूर्ण अजून संपलेलं नाही. आणि हा
बरोबर.
तर ऑफेन्स आहे, म्हणजे इक्वॅलिटीचा जो लॉ आहे तो ब्रेक
बरं.
केला जातोय असं. आणि ही व्यवस्था
करेक्ट.
बदलायला पाहिजे. सगळ्यांनी एकत्र येऊन राहिलं पाहिजे.
Good, 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 Pratik Patel. My question is, already you given answer to my question. If you think is it happen still in some villages, then my question is regarding this: is it the violation of fundamental of law of untouchability? Is it violation of fundamental right of equality? But already Pratik has given the answer. Now it is improving. We are in improving stage. After some time, it all processes goes in equal ground. At that time, we can say anyone, any communities, or the any people who can live at as per his interest, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Today, okay. Now the fundamental of freedom, which is already we listen in that video. Then fundamental right against exploitation, the first article related to this article number 23, this gives some rights, prohibition of traffics in human being. काही माणसांची पिळवणूक केली जाते. पिळवणूक म्हणण्यापेक्षा त्यांची खरेदी विक्री केली जाते. त्याचे रिलेटेड हा लॉ आहे, आर्टिकल नंबर 23. हे होऊ नये यासाठी. देन आर्टिकल नंबर 24, it is related to child labor. The child who is less than 14 years, he cannot work as an employee in any industry or any government system as a full-time or as a part-time child employer. Then my next question, up to these three rights: right to equality, right to freedom, and right to right against exploitation. Now my question is, a caste panchayat is meeting to decide the punishment to young couple for marrying outside their caste. Again, I want your opinions. Now again, I will run that wheel. Now we will check. Whose name comes now? Now I will run that wheel after clicking here. Now Kumbhar Pranali. Hello,
Sir.
Kumbhar Pranali.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
My question is related to a caste panchayat. In every village, there is a caste panchayat. Caste panchayat
Yes.
means their community's panchayat, and that meeting decide punishment to young couple who marrying outside their caste. Is it there happening in still in India?
Some villages, sir.
Okay, right. I'm knowing
जे
in some villages now
जास्त
still it is happen.
yes, sir, still happens.
Okay. Now,
And it
what
is
is your
wrong
opinion
because-
about that?
Sorry, sir.
What is your opinion
Sir, आवाज नहीं आ रहा.
on this? I ask your opinion in this issue.
Sir, it is wrong because their choice to marrying outside or in their caste.
Okay. Then what you think what that panchayat needs to do? What do you think the panchayat or that community's panchayat needs to do in that case?
I don't
Your voice is not.
understand the
Okay.
understanding the situation about the young couple if their parents is not तर त्यांचे parents जर
हो, बोल मराठीतून सांगितलं तरी चालेल. हे आपलं डिस्कशन सेशन्स आहेत. तुम्हाला यातले बरेचसे पॉइंट्स माहिती आहेत, बरेचसे माहित नाहीत, तर फक्त त्याचे आर्टिकल नंबर कुठले आहेत आणि यानुसार आपण काय रेमेडीज केल्या पाहिजेत या संदर्भातले आपले डिस्कशन्स असतात हे आता. बोल.
कास्ट पंचायत मध्ये सर जर रूल असा असेल जर मुला मुलींनी जर कमी वयात लग्न केले असेल आणि जर त्यांच्या पॅरेंट्सना पण ते योग्य वाटत नसेल तर त्यांना थोडंसं जर त्यांनी लग्न करूनच आले असेल तर त्यांना फायनान्शियली ते काय करू शकतो. फायनान्शियली स्ट्रॉंग असेल तर ठीक आहे पण कास्ट रॉंग नाहीये त्यात. प्रत्येकाची चॉईस तर लागणार आहे.
Okay. Now this question is open to all. Now tell me others' opinion on this.
सर दत्ता सांगळे इज हिअर.
Okay.
सर प्रथम मुद्दा म्हणजे कास्ट पंचायत. तर सुरुवातीच्या काळात कसं व्हायचं, आपल्या गावाची एक प्रथा होती, एक शान होती. ती शान बाहेर कुठेही पसरू नये, गावाचं नाव बेकार होऊ नये यासाठी ती कास्ट पंचायत स्थापन केली जायची. दुसरा मुद्दा म्हणजे जर कास्ट पंचायतनं ह्या अदर मॅरिड सोबत हे मॅरेज केलेल्या मुलांना जर पनिशमेंट केलं तर यामुळे आपला राईट्स ऑफ फ्रीडम हा व्हायोलेट होतो. आणि सध्याच्या काळात गव्हर्नमेंटने वेगवेगळ्या टाईपचे न्याय वगैरे तयार केलेले आहेत. त्यामुळं सध्या कास्ट पंचायत ही कुठेही अवेलेबल नाही माझ्या मते.
बर, आणखी कोणाच काय मत आहे? कास्ट पंचायत अजून आहेत की नाहीत? हा प्रतीक पाटील. ओके.
सर म्हणजे कास्ट पंचायत आहेतच, अजून पण भारतात चालू आहेत. त्या महाराष्ट्रात एज्युकेशनल डेव्हलपमेंटमुळे कमी आहेत, पण तुम्ही जर युपी बिहार साईडला गेला, पंजाब हरियाणा वगैरे, तर हा मोठा प्रेस्टिजचा इश्यू आहे त्या साईडला. आणि तिथं अजून शिक्षणाच्या सोयी सुविधा पोहोचलेल्या नाहीत, माणसांच्याकडे सत्सक विवेकी बुद्धी अजून डेव्हलप झालेली नाही, ते अजून पण पौराणिक विचार करत असतात. आणि सर दुसरा मुद्दा म्हणजे कास्ट ही जी सिस्टीम आहे, जाती व्यवस्था आहे, तिला इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मध्ये कशासाठी महत्व आहे, तर समाजाचं विभाजन कसं झालंय पूर्ण देशात, ऑल ओव्हर कंट्रीमध्ये समाजाचं विभाजन कसं झालंय हे समजून घेण्यासाठी. आणि तिथं प्रेस्टिजचा काय मुद्दा नाही, म्हणजे प्रतिष्ठेचा मुद्दा नाही, कुठली जात मोठी किंवा कुठली लहान, हे फक्त ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह ऑफिसर्स लोकांना ते लक्षात यावं आणि कुठल्याही आपल्या ज्या योजना असतात त्या व्यवस्थित तळागाळापर्यंत राबवाव्या यासाठी जाती व्यवस्थाचा अभ्यास केला जातो. त्याला कुठल्याही जातीला जास्त प्रतिष्ठा आणि कुठल्याही जातीला कमी प्रतिष्ठा दिली जात नाही. पण आतापर्यंत समाजानं काय केलं तर त्या वरिष्ठ जाती ज्या मानल्या जायच्या त्यांनी कनिष्ठ जातींचं आर्थिक शोषण करण्यासाठी किंवा आर्थिक दरी कायम ठेवण्यासाठी इंटरकास्ट मॅरेजला विरोध केला. आणि तो आता पण चालू आहे. तिथं त्या कपलचं हित किंवा त्यांचं फ्युचर काय असेल किंवा इंटरकास्ट केल्यामुळे त्यांना चांगलं फ्युचर नाही ह्याचा कोणी विचार करत नाही. प्रत्येक जण आपल्या जातीची प्रतिष्ठा जपण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. आणि हे सर टोटली इलिगल आहे, टोटली ऑफेन्सिव्ह आहे. आतापर्यंत जर आपण बघितलं तर ह्या ज्या सिरियस केसेस घडलेल्या आहेत जात पंचायतीमध्ये, तर सिरियस गुन्हे जन्मठेपीच्या वगैरे शिक्षा झालेल्या आहेत पूर्ण पंचायतीत, म्हणजे निर्णय घेणाऱ्यांना पण आणि उपस्थित राहणाऱ्यांना पण. त्यामुळे अतिशय कडक नियम आहेत, कडक लॉ आहेत ह्याच्या विरोधात. फक्त आपण महाराष्ट्रात राहत असल्यामुळं आपल्याला ते कळत नाही आणि मोठ्या प्रमाणात जात पंचायत महाराष्ट्रात भरत नाही. जात पंचायतीचं एक म्हणजे मिनी जात पंचायत असते ती प्रत्येकाच्या घरात भरत असते ज्यावेळी इंटरकास्ट मॅरेज होतं त्यावेळी. त्यामुळे सर मला वाटतं की हे टोटली इलिगल आहे आणि ह्याला कुठलाही इन्स्टिट्यूशनल सॉरी संविधानिक
Constitutional.
बेस नाही, ह्याला कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल बेस नाही.
करेक्ट करेक्ट. जस्ट
सर
आय
पंचायत म्हणण्याऐवजी सर
ओके हा
कास्ट
ओके कोण
पंचायत
बोलतोय
म्हणण्याऐवजी सर भाऊकी सिस्टीम अनिकेत सावंत.
हा बोल.
सर कास्ट पंचायत म्हणण्याऐवजी सर आपण त्याला भाऊकी सिस्टीम असे म्हणले तरी चालेल, कारण
करेक्ट
गावामध्ये आता
करेक्ट करेक्ट तेच
सगळ्यात
असतं.
सगळ्यात महत्वाचं म्हणजे भाऊकी सिस्टीम आहे. आणि भाऊकीमध्ये कसं असते सर, मराठा वेगवेगळ्या भाऊकी असतात आणि त्यांची इलेक्शन जरी असलं सर तरी एका घरामध्ये किंवा एका आउटसाइड विलेज मध्ये बैठक होती त्यांची, प्रत्येक विलेजचा एक मेंबर घेऊन, आणि त्या बैठकीनुसार ती निर्णय घेते. इलेक्शन जरी असलं तरी अंगारा उचलणे पद्धत ही अजून गावामध्ये आहे सर. आणि जर असं मॅरेज बिरेज जर झालं तर सर ही गावामध्ये असं एकदम त्यांना म्हणजे वाईतच टाकलं जातं आणि त्यांच्याबरोबर म्हणजे त्या घराबरोबर बोलणे बिलणे ही सगळी पद्धत बंद केली अजून सर गावामध्ये आहे. आणि त्यांना सर म्हणजे गावात राहूनच देत नाही ते मेन म्हणजे, जर असं म्हणजे वेगळ्या
आणि
कास्ट मध्ये
सर अजून एक विषय म्हणजे सर इंटरकास्ट मॅरेज मध्ये कुठलाही इंटरकास्ट असू दे किंवा नॉर्मल असू दे, मॅरेज मध्ये कपलची एकामेकाची ॲबिलिटी, त्याचा इन्कम काय आहे किंवा त्याची क्वालिटी काय आहे ते महत्वाचं आहे. जातीची प्रतिष्ठा महत्वाची नाही, कारण अल्टिमेट आपलं गोल
इन्कम पण महत्वाचं नाही. प्रतीक इन्कम पण महत्वाचं नाही, त्यांचे इंटरेस्ट महत्वाचे आहेत.
हा 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 पण सर आता पैशाशिवाय काय चालत
नाही नाही नाही, ऍज पर अवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वी कॅन से इट इज ऍज पर द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ दॅट कपल, not as per the income sources or not as per the communities or any age of birth.
Yes.
Okay. Now we will conclude our today's session. Today I will happy to share that you all are participated in our today's lecture happily. With the same type of sessions I will take to you in a future. I am requesting to our director ma'am, on a Friday we will have a guest lecture. If director ma'am approves it, then on a Friday we will have a guest lecture from president of Karad Bar Association, or we can say the Council of Bar. That lawyer, that advocate gives you lesson one meeting, give session on a fundamental duties and directives principles which are related to the law. Okay. I will convey, if it is approved from director ma'am, I will convey that message to you. Okay. Thank you. Today we will stop here.